Hi guys, this is Glamorous Dog. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you've subscribed and you have seen my videos before, hello. And today we are going to look into my Bobbi Brown products that I received. I want to give you an honest opinion, what my thoughts are about them, how I feel having applied it for a few days. The skincare products, too early to tell you an outcome. But it's very simple. Basically, they're not claiming, Bobbi Brown is not claiming this has got that, this has got this, and this is good for your skin. No, they're just saying this is a moisturizing balm, and that's basically what it is. It moisturizes, hydrates, and keep your makeup in place. So let's get into it and let's see what I think having applied it for a few days. The Bobbi Brown Extra Eye Repair Cream. Oh my God, you must own this, especially if you have mature eyelids and you are above 40, this needs to be applied. It does not have any extra ingredient. You still need to apply your retinol creams, but this one just moisturizes your eyelids so well. How smooth is that eyeshadow on me? I've created a brown smoky eye, and this has made this possible. It is supposed to brighten, and it's supposed to do good for your dark circles, but it's early days. I still have a dark eyelid, so I'm going to give you an opinion once it starts working. At least a couple of months you've got to use it to give an opinion on skincare products. So I'm just going to wait for that, but amazing product. Next thing I want to talk about is the Bobbi Brown Extra Repair Moisterising Balm SPF 25. SPF 25 is good enough for brown skin, I believe, but the main benefit is so moisturizing, especially for dry skin people, for my combination skin, and for winter months. It may not be the thing if you have oily skin in summer, so be a little bit cautious on that. I like it because my makeup looks flawless with this. I love the consistency of it. When I apply a new product, I've been applying just a little bit because I'm very cautious. I don't like, there's a pigmentation spot. I don't like applying a lot because if I apply a lot, it might break my skin. So I get breakouts when I introduce a new product into my skincare or my makeup, not so much, more my skincare, especially moisturizing and cream products. So I apply very little, and that's all you need. You need about a, I'd say $2 coin in Australian, and about, I don't know the Indian currency, that is a small coin about that size, I would say, would be enough for you to hydrate your skin. So I go on areas that I know I want good coverage and there's dry patches. All over your face is a good idea, but I go a little lighter where I have oil seeping, which is the center of my face. It's more the corner of my mouth that I get dry, and the outer aspects of my face that I apply very well. And I also pull it into my neck because I was pressing on my vocal cords. So is this a skin care range? I would say this is more like a pre-foundation, pre-makeup prep sort of a thing that you want to apply. Now, the third product is Bobbi Brown Extra Face Oil. You want just one little bit on your skin. For winter months, this is okay, but I definitely won't apply this in summer months because it's that extra bit of moisturizing you need in summer. You can see the lipstick I applied in the morning and it's still stained. So I'm going to get into that, but look at that. My skin looks very moisturized, and the past few days I've been applying this. I still apply my regular skincare products and morning moisturizers and things. This is only applied when I have to apply my makeup, and I apply makeup every day. So the foundation, the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15. This is full cover, oil-free, shine control foundation. It's more like a tint, but yet full coverage. I love this foundation. I've been in awe of how the color match. So I'm just using 2 pumps of this foundation is with my skin. Goodness me. So the basics of foundation application is, if you want a dewy finish, you use a brush. More like a flat brush, not this brush. something like this. But if you want a matte finish, you want to apply the foundation and then use a sponge. So I'm a matte girl. I like matte finish. And this is a matte foundation, but you can also make it a little bit dewy if you like by applying it with flat brush. So I'm just going to quickly apply that, and you can be the judge of how good this shade matches for me. It's just my skin and my shade. It just evens out my skin tone, and that's what I want. I don't want to lighten my skin. I don't want to darken my skin. I just want my skin to look better. And let's be honest here. As you age, you will have discolorations, even if it's minor. Somebody might say, my skin is good. Why do you need a foundation? I do need a foundation because I can see those blemishes. Women don't put on makeup for men. If that is a misunderstanding, we do it for ourselves. I do makeup for myself. I feel confident when I walk into a room. I'm put together. It is very important for me. Right from childhood, I've seen my father doing it. You'll never see him come out of his bedroom without his hair combed. So that's what I've seen growing up, and it's been important to me how I look. So look at that foundation, guy. How beautiful it sits, like no strokes. And if I just put my sponge there, you can see what that foundation does to your skin. Like literally, it's your skin. Very natural, oil-free, mattifying, but super beautiful skin. That's what I'd call it. And that's shade matte. So this is a cool tone. This is C066. And that was the mistake I was doing. Every time I would go to the counter for Bobbi Brown and I would pick up a warm or a neutral tone. Because I'm a neutral person, I'm trying to find a shade desperately, often going for neutral, and it looks yellow on me. So for this foundation, if you're looking for a cool tone or a neutral tone, go for C. That is my recommendation. I'm not cool tone. In Dior, if I apply a cool tone, it looks horrible on me. I'm going to finish this makeup. Rare Beauty, this is the Virtue. I don't like the liquid blush from Rare Beauty. I do love her cushion ones that's come, and the powder ones are amazing. But this one literally disappears. I was grateful that I've had this for 3 years now. I bought it one bottle and I never went back to buying another one because this just does not last. I forgot to contour my face, so I'm going to quickly contour my face. This is my Westman Atelier. This is in the shade Ganache. This is the darker shade. Unfortunately, the product is amazing, but it is not. The shade range is horrendous. So this is very dark for my nose. So I'm not going to contour my nose with this. For my nose, I'm going to use something a bit more lighter. I like a little bit more lighter and a bit more subtle when it comes to my nose. For the nose, I'm going to use my She Glam Fine Line 2-in-1 Nose Contour and Highlight Pen. I like this. I'd forgotten about this. I've had this for a while. I used to use it and then I completely forgot that I had this product. It's just so easy to do it. There are some things from She Glam that it's just so unique and so worth buying, I would say. You can see how quickly that went, and the blending in is pretty quick. I take a flat brush like this, and then you can see if I put a dark shade, it would just be horrible. You'll be able to blend in, it just takes a lot of time. So what I do is pull it to my eyebrow area. And then this one is just to show that high point in my nose. It's called the ala in medical terms, or the wings of the nose. The Westman Atelier. I was looking at foundation. I do have a sample before I buy it, but I just want to apply it. I just haven't gotten around to it. I have so many foundations to review. I've got my Pat McGrath, 2 of my Dior to still review. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I work full time, so this is a bit of an issue for me. Finding time, I can't do more than one video, and I often do it as soon as I come back from work. Today's a holiday, and then I sit with my kids and my nephews when they're doing homework. So it's a bit of a packed schedule on weekdays. So that's my contour and my blush. Then for the powder, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury, my favorite bronzer. Now, into winter, I'm a little bit more subtle with the bronzer. I don't like to apply a lot of bronzer in winter because it doesn't make sense. How are you going to get bronzed in winter? Because there is no sun out, which is because we are in Western Australia. We're quite blessed that way. Even in winter, you might have warm days, so you can get away with it, you know. For my blush and highlighter, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide palette. And this has got a highlighter and a blush in it, and it's very subtle. So it's very much like the Rare Beauty liquid blush. You just need to blend that in. And I go very high, so I don't go too low, because that liquid blush, then I can pull it down rather than applying it lower and then trying to blend that in, because it's highly, highly pigmented, guys. So you don't want to look like a clown. And I love blush. So it's very hard for me to pull away from pigmented blushes. I've got some blush on my hair, which I might have to wipe with a tissue. Okay, that's good. And then just blending that in. So while we're doing this, I want to talk about something very sensitive. I've been having people comment about my teeth. I have a gap in my teeth. Yes, I could have fixed it years ago. I didn't, because I like it. It's unique to me, and something that I grew up believing. It's lucky for me, because my father told me that's because somebody made fun of me in my class and told me, oh, you've got a gap, you have bunny teeth, because my front teeth are larger than the other teeth. And I came into school. I never cry. I'm not that crybaby who comes home crying. Oh, yes. So I'm one of those children who are made of stealth. But I do speak about everything that happens. And I told my father that somebody made fun of me. And he said, it doesn't matter what they think. It's about what you own. This is your special feature, darling. Tell me how many people you know who have it. And I look around, oh, that's true. And then I started liking it. So this is part of who I am. I wouldn't feel the same one day if I went and, yes, when I've gone to the dentist, I've been told they could fix it for me. I don't want it fixed. There is nothing wrong with it. Can I use my teeth? Yes. Does it look good for me? Yes, it does. So I'm going to keep that. So the last thing we're going to apply is a brightener. This is more like a concealer that is brightening. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. I don't want to apply a concealer because I don't have anything to conceal. But I do like to brighten the center of my face. So when you sit behind a computer and you tell somebody like me who's 49 that there is a problem, I need to fix my teeth, I will ignore it. I'm pretty confident about who I am. I'm pretty confident about how I look, and I'm really not looking for others' opinion on how I look, nor am I looking for male or opposite sex attention. You know, one of the things that you should know is women are often looking for compliments from women. We are not looking for compliment from men. I don't even think men appreciate or understand what we do. So having applied this foundation for the recent few days, I was over the moon because so many of my female patients told me I look good and what's on my face. So I see about 40 patients a day. And you know, when a lot of them, because I see a lot of perimenopausal and skin issues and menopause symptoms and mental health conditions, most of my patients are around my age. They can relate to me. So when they tell me that you know, I look good and my skin looks amazing, I know it's working. And that's what this foundation has given me. It just looks amazing. It just makes you look like, I was worried that that oil and that cream was going to make my skin look oily, but we have had cool days. So I got away with the oil, but I'd be a little bit careful with the oil on summer days, I would say. I don't think I'll apply it if it wasn't for winter, but for winter, my God, my skin looks drenched. if that's the word I'm looking for. It looks moisturized. It looks amazing. I think I applied a little bit higher than usual, so I'm going to have to fix that blush. That's okay. We can do that. The skin looks matte. That's what I'm trying to say. It just looks like it's giving, goodness me. It just gives you that glowing, mattified skin. And because I think one of the things that's working for this foundation is that skin prep that you apply underneath sits well. It prepares your skin well as a base, like a pre-makeup priming kind of a product, and then makes the skin glow. And don't get me wrong, there's no other addition, there's no skincare in that product. I am going to set it with my Morphe setting powder. This is in the shade Banana. I've been loving this. If you're looking for a cheaper option of setting powder, my goodness, I love this product. It's a bit yellow for me, so that is the only thing. But once you blend it in, it looks almost like skin and gives you that mattifying effect. If you did not apply concealer, you don't need this step. I will skip it totally in summer. I mean, in winter, I would not apply a powder. But and the days I've been going to work with the Bobbi Brown, I'm not applying any powder because I wanted to see how much of oil seeps through, and my goodness. But if you want it in summer, you've got to set it with the powder. If you're applying the cream, the Bobbi Brown Moisturizing Balm, I would apply a setting spray as well. And for the setting spray, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Setting Spray. And I regret not warming up to this earlier. I don't know why I didn't warm up to this. This is now my favorite setting spray. So is the MAC one. I love the MAC one. Just gonna dry this and be back. So on the lips, I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever All Limitless Brown on the lips. This might be a bit light for this lipstick, so I'm going to apply something darker in the center. So I'm using my L'Oreal Paradise pencil, and this is in the shade Pure Espresso. Yeah, this is the shade I need. The Makeup Forever one is good for a day look, but for the night you need a little bit more darker one on brown skin. So this is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Liquid High Shine Lipstick. It's in the shade Italian Rose 3. So blending that. And then just the dot is all you need. Trust me, it's so pigmented. It lasts the whole day. So when I apply it in the morning, that stain is still on. And it doesn't dry your lips. I'm going to get more shades of this. I wonder if they have a brown. I haven't checked that. The brows. Have fun, my love. Have a good night. Drive safe. Okay, bye-bye. See you. Oh, okay. Okay, bye. That's my daughter going out for some sort of meeting up friends, networking. I have no idea. I've stopped keeping tabs. She's 19, turning 20, so she can manage. So that's my finished look. My thoughts, my favorite products. I love this moisturizing balm. This is perfect for my 40+, nearly turning 50 skin. It just eats. This is something you should have under your makeup if you're looking for something to give you that flawless finish. Not any primer, not any silicone primers. You need this. This does have a bit of silicone in it, but it does make your makeup stick. My favorite is this foundation. That lipstick is too bright. I'm just not used to wearing that bright lipstick, but I like it. If you keep everything else neutral, it looks good. This foundation, shade match, perfect. The way it sits on my skin. I haven't worn it for 24 hours. It's supposed to wear long wear, but I would say 8 hours my makeup did not move unless I wiped it off for a makeup tutorial. Amazing product. Everyone should have one. And this one is Cool Tone C066, perfect shade. And somebody today asked me, what is my MAC shade? I had to look it up because I do have a couple of MAC, but I've never used it. It's just sitting there. And I'm a MAC NC44. That's my skin. I don't know if that is still, I was a bit darker when I bought it because it was in summer. So maybe NC42, I can get away with it. I haven't tried it because MAC historically looks yellow on me. I can never get a perfect match. So that is why I don't use MAC. Then this oil, face oil, only if you have oily skin or dry skin. I mean, oily skin, this is not for you. I applied a very little bit of it because it's winter, but otherwise I wouldn't reach for it. I'd probably give it to my sister or something who's got a drier skin than me. The eye cream, I cannot say enough of this. This is my favorite product. This is the best eye cream I've used. I use the kohl, but this moisturizes and makes my eyeshadow sit like it is, and it works through the day. The eyeshadow does not move. So definitely worth investing. The cons of this product, the oil is quite oily, not for oily skin. A bit heavy, the cream would be for oily skin in summer. Combination skin, I have to use it in summer to give you an opinion on it. For now, there is no oil seeping through my combination skin. Expensive. It's about $110 this, $150 that. So I didn't check the oil, but I think the oil is about $100. So it's like a $300-ish, $50. So the price, but is it worth it? Oh my God, there's no moisturizer. It simply moisturizes, hydrates your skin. So if you're looking for something on the market like that, go ahead and use it. And this foundation is the queen of this whole look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time. Please continue to subscribe and support me. I really appreciate your time and your kindness towards my channel. Thank you.